bit of a flurry of moves that happened today. So from your perspective, what went on and why the decision behind them?
Yeah, got Yohan Ramírez up here. He's been throwing the ball well down in Indianapolis, and with Sugar getting hurt last, in Kansas City, just felt like he was the right guy to come up, fill that role, be able to go multiple innings out of the pen. And he's been throwing, like I said, throwing the ball well down there. We sent Jared Triolo down. Situation where we could get him down there, get him some consistent at bats, get his bat going. We see the defense every single day. Really impressive of how he's able to go about it. Even maybe not swing the bat as well as he would like, but complete pro, and excited to get him down there and get some at bats and get his bat going.
Quick follow up to Yohan. He was striking out about 20. I think his rate was 29% of batters down there. What do you like about his punch out rate and how that could translate here?
Yeah, it's been really good, and he's been throwing a lot of strikes too. I think he only had 12 walks in the zone, and like you said, punching guys out, pitching at the back end of the bullpen too. But he can fill multiple roles and be able to go multiple innings here, and he's a great guy to have around. As you know, his smile is infectious.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you smiled thinking about it, but he's just a guy who brings a smile. How nice is it to have that light presence here?
It is. It's really good, and looking forward to him getting out on the mound.
With Tree, what are you hoping that the time in Indianapolis does for him and his confidence?
Yeah, his confidence, just to get his back going. It's really hard when you're in that role here in the big leagues to not get consistent playing time and try to get the bat going at the same time. So it just felt like it was a good opportunity for him to go down. He's going to bounce around a little bit, third, short, do what he does and get his bat going, and hopefully get back up here soon.
Johnny, final series going into the All-Star break. How big would it be to just have some success here during this series, put the last 6 games behind you, and kind of go into the break with some momentum?
It'd be huge, and I think that as we saw the 6 games at home, now 6 games on the road, and the offense came alive a little bit there the last couple games, but still looking for more, trying to get the guys to relax, come through in those situations. I think that the 3 games before the break, always good to finish on a high note, so you go into the All-Star break on a positive.
What are you hoping to see out of Paul on this final start before the All-Star break?
Just Paul being Paul, going out there, being efficient, doing what he does, staying in the zone, and like we said, it's the last 3 before the All-Star break, his last start before the break. Looking forward to him just going out there, dominating the zone, and doing what he does.
What's kind of key going up against a guy like Joe Ryan?
Joe's had a heck of a year. He's a good pitcher too, and uses that fastball effectively. So we've got to be, prepared to stay in the zone with him and look to square that heater up.
Another part of that move was Matt Gorski being DFA'd. That's a guy we've seen up here this year. He debuted. He did well. He's just a hard-working guy. What can you say about the move that was made with that as well?
Yeah, the business side of baseball is always tough, and needed the roster spot, and it's just something that, having been through it myself, is a really tough thing to go through. He's had Gorski's done really well, and certainly love the guy, and hopefully he clears and remains a Pirate.
I was talking to T-Brock earlier, and he talked about a growing point for O'Neal Cruz this year in this first half of center field was his communication skills, actually, and how he's telling guys maybe where to go in the outfield, getting more confident with that, but just understanding things a bit better. How pleased are you with how communicative he's been to both T-Brock and his fellow defenders?
Yeah, communicative with T-Brock and the guys out there, and he continues to work. That's the one thing that we've talked about, with him going out there, the way he's worked during BP, shagged in the outfield, and the communication part is huge. That's a big step for him in his growth and understanding the leadership aspect of playing center field, and I think he's starting to put it all together.